Welcome to the welcome to the live stream of what has become the Golden State Shit Show today. Try to figure out how many Warriors you're supposed to play and how many Warriors you're supposed to fade. In all types of contests, you have Washington value still, you have a little bit of Minnesota value still, but it's really the Golden State Show. I already fired off the invite to Bobby, but I'll just text him as well to okay. And hey, what's up, James? Also, I'm going to give a little bonus hockey stuff here as well. I will. Here he is. Welcome to the Golden State Shit Show, Bobby.
Yep. So I sorry for the. I have my new computer set up, but for some reason my on everything else on Zoom, on everything else it worked. I can't get it to read the right camera, so I'm going to be looking sort of sideways at you.
Oh, there, I see it. I see it.
I know I'm looking at you now, but my whole screen is over here. So I tried to put my little new camera up there, but it's just
nice.
But yeah, it's cool. So I am going to just look a little funny here, and then I'll have our True DFS thing in the background pretty shortly. Aaron Holiday starting for Bradley Beal. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, it's the Golden State Show. It's how many do you play? I think the sweet spot is 3 unless you're running it back, somewhere between 2 and 4. And that's, I guess, where you start the slate. And I think the first game is about as close to a potential cross-off if Ingram plays as you can have. You've got, for coming back for Detroit, Olynyk and Jeremy Grant. I still don't mind taking a shot on Cade, just again with that ceiling. But with Jeremy Grant and Olynyk coming back, that's definitely a big bump down for him. So I think we skip ahead and play other games, especially without knowing starting lineups and stuff. I just feel like you're giving up some edge by trying to play guys in this first game.
Yeah. I'm looking at this Q tag on Nikola Jokic, and for whatever reason, it looks to be the red it just feels like a brighter red than it usually does. I don't know what that means.
Like almost all my show lineups, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so that's with the right toe soreness. The toe soreness kept Jimmy Butler out of his last game. So
yeah,
so you want to attempt to
back to back.
Do you want to attempt to rank these the Golden State guys?
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward, the ranking. I mean, without knowing who's starting, again, this is going to be just the answer to the delay. I mean, even the Jokic news, even if Jokic is out, it's not like there aren't a million pivots you can go to.
Right.
Starting at that same 8 Eastern time. So that's really when the slate is going to really, really start. But I think that it's Poole, Payton, then Kuminga. But Kuminga's a higher variance, but probably a higher upside than the other guys. I think Damian Lee will get more ownership than he's being projected for, and he's being projected for a lot because you try to fill out that small forward position on DraftKings, and it's no picnic unless you want to spend for Jimmy Butler, which I do. But unfortunately, I have some builds where I can't just spend in every spot. So because I'm playing Jokic and Cat together currently in one of my lineups. So the small forward is definitely the weakest position as of right now. I don't know, who else, are we really going to, Damian Lee definitely has a bust path, but he has less of a bust path than Corey Kispert does. And we have no idea who's starting for Golden State. So it's hard to know what to do then, but I would say that he's the next one. I actually think you would argue that people would argue that he's a bit ahead of Kuminga. They both have a wide range of outcomes, as do Moody and JTA. The one guy who I don't think you need to mess around with at all is Looney. He could have a game, but there's absolutely no byproduct of anything that's happened that's going to lead him to have a better game, I don't think.
And the other thing is he takes up the Jokic and Cat spots.
Yep, and as does JTA, Toscano Anderson.
Yep.
So that's the issue with those guys. And then also I like Vucevic a lot at center today as well. There's a lot of good center plays that I think are out there, and I don't think we need to spend down on JTA. It could be the weird slate where Thomas Bryant ends up like breaking the slate even in like 24 minutes instead of one of these other values. So I think that's still viable, not preferred, but certainly viable. I think Jackson Hayes has an argument to get off of some of the chalk, but I just think if you're going to play a fairly popular-ish Toscano Anderson, maybe play one of those other guys instead who should play similar minutes unless the game gets really weird really fast. But obviously, Toscano Anderson is totally viable. I just think you're going to get lower ownership on guys like Bryant and Hayes who, have basically the same type of upside. And if I was going to spend all the way down, I would probably look at those guys. I'm not particularly interested in Looney, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the way I'm looking at this slate here is, so usually I ask you questions about about other kind of finished values. I honestly wouldn't touch any of them. They're just the Golden State guys rate just so much higher. Like I'm just thinking when you compare someone like, I don't know, like a Jalen Noel, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would just rather what I think I'm gonna end up doing is just shuffling those Golden States. And yeah, they're not all gonna have games, but probably several of them are.
Yeah, they could legitimately 6 of them could like 7x. It's definitely
and then what I think the question comes down to when it comes to construction here is, let's just say you play 3 or 4 Golden State guys, whether to use the rest to double pay for 2 studs, or instead play maybe 3 higher priced guys that are not studs, or like, for example, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw some guys out there. So like Edwards, who else is a good example? DeRozan, but like DeRozan, Butler. Is it better to play Jokic and another stud, or Jokic and Butler and DeRozan? You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of an interesting question. So you currently have Jokic and
but there's no real price difference between, 600 price difference, and you lose the position eligibility. You get forward eligibility for Butler over Cat. So I don't think there's no real price gap there.
Well, what I meant was that so you're using Jokic and but instead of saying play Jokic and Cat, you could, if you wanted, play Jokic and Giannis if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. And I think Giannis is definitely viable. I find myself liking him a lot better on FanDuel. And I'll go through to touch on some of the questions that are coming up in chat, exactly what they're asking. Good to see you, Dunbar. Thanks for the compliment on the shirt. And then obviously you got another Laker Kobe fan here. But I will go through my priorities, because I do think that there's a bunch of guys you can make arguments for in that mid tier. I like the Edwards idea. I like the Butler idea. I like the idea of playing Jokic and Giannis together and playing Kuzma, and you can do it. You could play Kuzma and what's his name in the backcourt, Dinwiddie. A little easier to do that on FanDuel, but you could literally do all of that and then just spend all the way down. And there's going to be other people with that idea, but I'm just going to say some of my other favorite plays.
Yeah,
Dinwiddie being the obvious one. Wendell Carter is a priority for me on both sides, especially DraftKings. I do like Vooch, as I mentioned, but one of Vooch or DeRozan. And then on FanDuel, I like Levine. Carter, I mentioned, and Kuzma. Those are my main ones. And then the other ones I'm considering, which is a long list. Cade, Butler. I mentioned the Vooch or DeRozan, Holiday or Giannis. I like Holiday, actually, as an off-the-board-ish play.
Drew Holiday or the other one?
Never the other one.
Okay.
And he's not playing tonight.
I thought you said he was starting for
Aaron Holiday. Oh my God, I totally forgot that Aaron Holiday is starting too. As of right now, I'm not planning to play Aaron Holiday at all.
Okay.
But that's one of those that could be like your Cade Cunningham, winner from Friday. So in a large field, I don't mind if you take a shot there. I'm not going to do it personally.
So let me list my non Warriors, the guys that I have the most of. So I currently have 75% Jokic. and then 35% Carter, Wendell Carter Jr., a full 30% Butler, 25% Edwards, about only 15% Giannis, maybe looks like 20% DeRozan, 25% Cat. So I'm pretty well kind of like spread out among those upper mid-tier guys. Oh, about 25% DeJounte Murray. So basically, Jokic is the big priority. And then I basically have 25 to 35% of all those kind of higher mid-range, plays. And, none of that's particularly off the board, but that's who I happen to have.
Yeah, I agree with all those guys.
Yeah.
I think Murray is going to end up being a lot more popular than people are projecting. And I think that's fine. I think that's a good way to at least get the game stack in and you get the guy from the other side. But I think Derek White has a good case to be made. If he doesn't get in foul trouble, man, he will have some big games recently. And I think he's a really solid play. And I think that, what's his name? Keldon Johnson fits into that as a run back potentially as well. Keldon Johnson's playing 1 million minutes now. And against this team, he could have a big, big day. So my priorities for FanDuel are Peyton.
Oh, that, yeah, sorry.
Again, no problem. Peyton, Poole, Dinwiddie, Kuzma, Kuminga, Levine being number one. But if you're not playing Levine, one of DeRozan or Vooch, I think, has a big game. Giannis, Jokic, and Booker. Booker, with everybody coming back, is a little less exciting with Crowder, and you're getting what's his name back, Ayton probably. But I still think at 9K, I could take that shot on FanDuel. So those guys are guys just particularly on FanDuel that I hadn't mentioned. The other one who's going to be off the board a little bit, even though it makes some sense, is Gary Trent. And I like the idea of playing one of Trent, preferably Fred VanVleet or Siakam with Butler on the other side, and then you can do the sort of mini stack of the Golden State Spurs game.
For me at FanDuel, my highest owned non-Warriors are Dinwiddie is my highest. I got like 70% of him. This is across 30 lineups. 70% Dinwiddie, 70% Giannis, 50% Jokic, and then it's a drop down to the same guys, DeRozan, DeJounte Murray. I got 8 lineups out of 30 with Valanciunas, which is interesting.
Yeah, I saw his price over there is interesting. I think it's a better play if Ingram's out. I don't have a ton of interest in going there if Ingram's in. And
then I have like 15% of on FanDuel of the guy I liked earlier, Nicholas Claxton, actually. Maybe that can get somewhere. And somebody we haven't mentioned yet was so far is anybody from Brooklyn, Harden or Irving. I have a couple of lineups with him on FanDuel. Nothing major or anything like that, but I figured I'd bring it up. And that's do you have any Harden or Kyrie anywhere?
On FanDuel, I'm not building my lineups now until after we get off the air.
Right.
So
right,
except for the shell lineups, So Kyrie and Harden are both completely viable. I prefer Harden, and I prefer him on FanDuel to DraftKings.
All right, let me go over my Yahoo exposures just because I am playing there. I have 100% of 3 guys, and there are three of the Warriors guys. Right now it's Poole, Kuminga, and Peyton over there. I'm going to play a bunch of this Moses Moody guy, by the way. I mean, obviously he can bust, but
no, I like him.
But I'm playing him. And as far as the non-Warriors on FanDuel, no real difference. Jokic, Dinwiddie, Giannis, Cat. So again, nothing. There's no. I bring it up only because there's no real big difference. One guy I have a little bit more of on Yahoo than other places, Mo Bamba, for some reason. I guess
the prices are on Yahoo.
Price. So there's that, and that's it's about where I am right now.
Yeah, and I'll answer. I don't know if K9 is joking. Do I like a Wendell Carter revenge game? I just mentioned, yeah, I mean, I mentioned him like 6 times. I think that Wendell Carter is a great play. So, yes, I will be heavy on the Wendell Carter to answer that in case that wasn't a joke.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, hey, Nicholas, I don't have anything from Jack on the college basketball or anything like that. I like the well, I don't like them anymore. I like the Timberwolves earlier, but that was assuming that I can get a line with what's his name playing uh, with oh no, that's not, they're not playing Curry. They're not playing Golden State. Yeah, I still like Minnesota against Denver tonight. That would be my one lean.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to know that one without Jokic, and it's interesting. The spread doesn't help me much because it does make me wonder whether Jokic plays, and it looks like a questioning line. I think this game would be close to pick 'em normally. But yeah, no problem, K9. I legitimately didn't know because it was right. I saw you say "What's up," and I mentioned it after I saw that, so I didn't know if you had heard that part.
So this is the deal, Nicholas. This is how you bet. This is how you bet March Madness. Here's my years of experience of betting March Madness, specifically the conference tournament games. Okay, before we even get to regular March Madness, but this sort of applies, but not really. So this is what you do in the conference tournaments. You'll have one team that won both games during the regular season by like 12 points, and they'll be only a 3.5 point favorite in the tournament. Just bet on the other team and just have faith. Right? It won't make any sense, but it's just the way it is. I don't know whether it's because it's hard to beat a team 3 times or whatever it is, but all those fishy lines just it's always a trap, like every single one of them. And then when you get into the actual NCAA tournament, it's like kind of the same thing. If you have like a team that's like a kind of a popular team in a popular conference against a team nobody's heard of, and the line seems fishy, it's because they have no chance. Like if you get a team like, just throw a name out, like Clemson or something like that. Clemson will be like playing like East Tennessee State or something like that, and Clemson will be only favored by like 2.5. It's because East Tennessee State's a lock. I mean, that just is what it is. And that's my quick tutorial on playing conference college basketball games, which I really am looking forward to this year.
Yeah, it should be fun, especially now you got it legal and it's nice and easy for you. I'm going to have to probably leave a little bit early, like probably in a couple of minutes, because I've got a delivery that's coming in, not like a food delivery, but a actual delivery that I have to sign for and stuff. Sure. And I want to do it before I edit my lineups, but I am editing. I'm still here for now until I have to go, just in case I have to. Wanted to give you a heads up.
Oh yeah, Wofford. I love teams like that, like Wofford, and that's the perfect example of an amazing team. It's a team that you get the outright win, and then when they finally get knocked out, you cover anyway, right? Those are always the MVP runs, is when you lose but you cover, and that, you know what I mean. You wave goodbye to all of your winning bettors throughout the course of the tournament. I love it. I think it's great.
Yep, makes a lot of sense.
Oh, we got it. Oh yeah, we got to get some guest handicappers on for the tournament when we get there.
Yep. I think I got to hold on one second, guys. I might have to.
I got it. Okay. Look at that. That's kind of like a cool angle we got at Bobby's Digs over there, right? You know what they got to do? Remember they used to have that reality show, Cribs, on MTV. I think it was MTV. They had Cribs. They did like a tour of like famous people's houses and stuff like that. You should do like a Cribs for Bobby's like apartment or something like that. Am I playing runbacks to the Golden State guys? Not on purpose. That's the answer to my question. Answer that, I guess. I'm not forcing them in, but I'm probably getting some, right? So who are they playing? Golden State? It's kind of dumb for me not to know this, right? Playing Phoenix, right? I actually no, they're playing San Antonio. The only one I'm getting is about 25% DeJounte Murray. So yeah, that's as far as that goes. So again, I just think the values are so strong that I don't have to play runbacks to make them work. Oh yeah, Bobby, I just suggested everybody that do you remember the MTV show back in the day, Cribs, where they would go into like famous people's like houses and stuff like that? Yeah. I think we're gonna do that in your apartment. There's like, I got a cool angle here from this, seeing your place. We got to do like a tour of like of Bobby Fi's Fi's Digs, I think.
We have the Maury Wills, the last base he stole in his MVP season in 1962.
Ooh,
My Sandy Koufax signed ball, which is only relevant if you know sports collecting, because Sandy Koufax does not sign balls. So that was nice.
that's
And
correct.
then DraftKings sends me these bats for the six figures. But they should send you a ball or something for the six figure win, I think.
What are they doing?
They sent me these bats for the baseball six figure wins I have.
They don't do anything for me.
They used to
They don't like me.
Well, they haven't helped me either. I've been trying to get them to give me Rams tickets. I can't even understand what's going on.
Are they gonna get you to the Super Bowl somehow or no?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's looking bad. I keep bugging the guys, and I'm just like, come on, guys, do it for me. But I don't know if it's going to work anymore. They were kind enough to send me to a few World Series, though, including one that was in Texas, which was really hard to get into. So that was cool.
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, this is kind of more of an industry thing. Like back when my not my hedge fund, I would say it was bigger. Back when the hedge fund industry was just much more robust, let's put it that way. I mean, I managing a shitload of money, and all these brokers were doing like everything for me. Like whatever I wanted, they would do. So back in the when they had that bloody sock game, okay, I reached out to Merrill Lynch, and I said I want tickets to this coming game to Red Sox Yankees, and they're like, sure, what do you need? I said, I need 16 tickets. They got me two field boxes for the bloody sock game. I brought like 8 people in one and 8 people into the other, right? And it was like amazing. And then to draw a parallel, like now I could probably get like $2 off of popcorn at AMC movie theaters from these people. It's like, so it just depends on the environment. Like back then they were just giving all that stuff away. So maybe DraftKings is now cutting back because they have to appease their investors a little more. So I have no idea.
That's very funny.
What's up, Sentinel? What's up with Sentinel? That's a cool screen name. Oh, by the way, props to Bobby for a show recommendation. The Station 11. It's a little close, but it's still really, really good.
You know, it was a book that was written in 2014.
I know, yeah. But they adapted it, obviously.
I think it's from what my brother told me. It's basically identical to the book, which he loved the book and was ready to hate the show.
Oh, okay.
And that's the greatest show he'd ever seen.
It's very, very good so far. I'm almost done really, but yeah, really, really good. For those of you that like, I'll give you a good frame of reference. If any of you watch probably one of the greatest HBO shows of all time called The Leftovers, it is a similar vibe to The Leftovers, and I definitely recommend it.
I like that call, actually. I think that's a good call, and I was a very big Leftover person myself. I like that show very much.
I had missed it when it came out. I watched it during quarantine like a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I thought, and the end of it, the last 2 episodes are maybe like the 2 craziest episodes I've ever seen on television.
Dude, I'll tell you this also. For those, have you gotten through Ozark yet?
So that's my next quarantine for my next pandemic.
Okay.
It's just, you ever feel like you're too late to the party and it's such a big party and everybody's convinced you'll love it? It happened to me with The Sopranos. And I'm the person who would love The Sopranos, because like my favorite movies ever are Godfathers 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Goodfellas and Casino, and every basically mob movie ever made I love. And I just never got to love The Sopranos. I felt like I missed the party or something.
Yeah.
That's
Ozark. I only bring it up because Ozark, for those of you follow it, I mean, it can be slow, but it's like a good slow, like one of those types of things. And like the last episode of Ozark was just freaking beyond insanity. Anyway.
Yeah.
JJJ, I have to interrupt the stream by telling you I really think that's a really bad idea what you're suggesting.
What is the suggestion?
Fading all of the Golden State.
Yeah, good luck.
I don't think it's going to work. I just don't. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I mean, if you promise me that you won't do it, I'll give you a free roll. I'll give you $5 if less than 2 Golden States are in the optimal. How about that? I mean, like, just don't do it. It's just not. It's way too much. You're just giving up way too much. I mean, like probably 4 guys are getting 10x from that game. I mean, I don't know who they're going to be, right. But you just can't fade them all. It's not going to work.
Yeah, I basically agree. I think I pretty much totally agree with you.
I don't know about that, Sensei Jay. I kind of dispute that. I actually feel as though a couple of episodes were not actually the slowest to build. I thought some of them were even like kind of like I don't want to get into all the episodes, but like one of the first ones, like not episode 2. Episode 2 almost lost me, not really, but episode 3 when it chronicled the what's her name, the black girls like rise into the storyline.
Yeah.
It was insane. I mean, I thought like it was real. I thought a lot of it was really really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first airport episode because
that was so good.
It was kind of a little too close to home though, because it reminded me of like my family during this period of time.
I'm sure.
Very close to home, but it was really good.
Ingram available? Okay.
Ingram's available, as is. I thought we had another alert, but I don't know if we did. Yeah. So how much Giannis did you say you had on FanDuel?
A lot.
I'm trying to go out of my way not to play him because it's so easy to play him.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's always easy to play those guys on FanDuel.
Yeah. It's true.
Let me just get there. As I remember, I went through this, my top non-Golden States, and I think Giannis is right at the top of that list. Let me just double check that because I'm not really changing anything. 1 sec.
Russell,
yeah, it's got to be. Oh yeah, so Giannis. No, actually, that's not true. Actually, it's tied. I got 70% Giannis and 70% Dinwiddie.
Yeah, another guy who I'm trying to find a way to fade. Easier on FanDuel to do to me.
Yeah, and I'll tell you. I mean, like Dinwiddie's not like a lock. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's.
Yeah, it's true because that game environment too. You never know what's going to happen. That's a good point. Portis, Levine,
and on FanDuel, Dinwiddie's like 6,300. It's not like he's 5K.
Right. That's true.
Kaminga.
How can you have every player from Golden State be just point guard or shooting guard eligible on FanDuel? It's driving me nuts.
Except for Juan Toscano-Anderson.
I know. I actually think on FanDuel, Peyton's the number 2 play. Maybe he's the number 1 even. It's really close between those two guys.
The Moody. Oh, so for those of you that care, so big. For those that do play the hockey, big slate, big prizes. Just so you guys know, I'm really, really heavy. I mean, it's gonna be chalky, but I'm really heavy on Vegas tonight. So if you guys wanted to piggyback off of that, I usually come up with a lot more low-owned stuff in hockey, but just they're all so cheap that I'm forced to. And they're the late night hammer game too. So I'm going to be basically winning 0 all night long. So it's cool. I don't have to worry about it for like a long time.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, also some announcements. I got an announcement. I didn't even tell you this, Bobby. So I'm going to have a special guest. This is extremely good, but really kind of off the beaten path. First of all, reminder that MMA is back this week, so we're gonna be putting that up. Golf, we have another three-day cut week this week.
Fun. That's fun.
And so Bobby, I have to talk to you because I'll record all that with you tomorrow, but I have a thing I have to do, and I won't be able to record until later, maybe like 2.
Okay.
So we'll
whatever works for you. I'll make it work.
Okay. But I'm having someone come on, not tomorrow, but Thursday. I'm going to record with him about a sport. And for those of you that follow it, and Adam, if you're out there listening, you'll totally appreciate this. So I'm getting on probably the single biggest expert in Counter-Strike DFS out there. Okay. And I don't even know if I can play it in New York. I wasn't able to for a while. I think I was able to play one slate or whatever. I literally have no idea how the game works. I mean, I have sort of an idea, but not really. But the guy who's like supposedly one of the best players also does the projections for SaberSim on that sport. And he's a really, really sharp guy in general. His name is Will, W1L or whatever. He's really good at all sports, but he's a kind of data scientist by trade, and he does the projections for, a lot of stuff, and not the least of which being Counter-Strike. And apparently, like, he's so good that like nobody wants to play because they're afraid of running into him in their games. So I had him. So he's going to come on with me at 11 o'clock on Thursday to just the usual when I have like these other sports guys on. I'm going to ask him about it in general, just basically shut up and see what he has to say about it.
Mhm.
And it's again, if anybody is actually interested in that sport, this is literally the person, you know what I mean, to have on. So I'm gonna take care of that. I'm doing that on Thursday. So that's a
Awesome.
pretty cool announcement. So I'm gonna put that actually in the esports Discord. See if anybody has any questions that they would want me to ask him, because I really don't even know where to start except for the general question.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna bounce and do my stuff. Guys, good luck tonight. I'll be in Discord if everything coming up goes on. Garrett Temple, if you're playing Garrett Temple over, so if you're playing Garrett Temple, I would do it in a lineup where I was playing at least 3 players from Golden State, maybe 4. Sheets, do you agree with that before I get out of here?
Yeah,
I just think rating it over, even if he's better than an individual play from Golden State, just there's too many guys in that price range who have just a million times the opportunity. Also, Brandon Ingram is in.
right.
So it's not like there's any usage. Temple can play 40 minutes and get 20 something fantasy points. These Golden State guys, you're going to have to get in the 30s.
Yep.
Are you at 100% pool, by the way?
No, I have on DraftKings. I have not even close. I have 97% pool.
Okay, not even
I have
close.
100% Peyton right now.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm below the field on pool. I only have 97%.
Are you leaving money on the table in any lineups?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, but not on purpose. But yeah, I mean, I got 700 here and there, 500 here and there. Yeah, sure.
Sure. All right. Well, good luck to everybody tonight. Let's crush it. And I ranked the guys in FanDuel, but I'll do it once more before I get out of here. It's Peyton, Poole 1 and 1A.
I'll do it, Dunbar. Just hang in there with me. I'll do it, Dunbar. Go ahead.
I'll do it, but make sure that Dunbar, make sure to know that this is all pre who's starting. So that's a big piece of information. So we don't really know yet.
Yep.
But you do have an immediate pivot for anybody who does. So, all right. Good luck, everybody. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. So this is the my Golden State on FanDuel. Just sharing my screen. Oh, am I not even sharing my screen? No, I am sharing my screen. Oops. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like Poole clearly, and then very close between Cucamonga, Lee, Moody, Looney, Anderson. I mean, all of them, honestly. But Poole would be the priority here. With Jalen Noel, just kind of behind them. I don't know if I could play. I guess you could play Noel. That's really asking for it, I think. And that's pretty much it. Actually, I'm gonna hang out here for a minute. I want to post something on Discord. I'll come back to some questions in a second. I just want to post this thing about the esports thing. I hope I didn't. Did I call it LOL or esports? I hope I did esports. Shoot. Okay. Part no, he is one of the best. Let's see what else we got here. Jokic is in. Thank you very much. And I guess that's pretty much it. Let me just check one more scan of news. All right, so I want to send him an invite, actually. Yeah, it's a decent MMA card this week as well. So we got to stay on top of that. All right, I guess I'm gonna fly. If not there any questions, anything else? You off Kispert? Yeah, I don't have any of that. That's what happens. I mean, when Curry and Wiggins get ruled out, like all that other value just kind of just drops off the face of the earth, as far as I'm concerned. May as well just kind of show my hockey while I'm here. I'll show my sheets here for the hockey just for a second, just to kind of show you why I have all this Vegas. I mean, like, you rank them this way and see all this Vegas near the top, and you're just going to get it. That's the way it's going to be. All right, I guess I'm going to fly. Good luck, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.